everyone, welcome back to the brand new sessions. In this video, we are going to discuss the forms under Companies Act. So my intention is that I have summarized all the forms alphabetically as per the Companies Act 2013, and it is genuinely help you to revise the entire form of under Companies Act for both students at intermediate level and final level as well. So मैंने क्या किया है कि I made all these forms alphabetically A, B, C, D, E, F likewise. And what I did is that I have segregated that form into the name of the form, purpose, and the relevant sections, and the time limit of filing such form. So that if you watch the entire videos, you will get the overall idea about the forms, and also it will helpful for all of you to revise the entire forms one day before exams for both final as well as intermediate students. So let's start today's sessions without wasting any times. First form that we are going to discuss, that is ADT1. That is ADT1. Now, the purpose is information to the register by a company for appointment of an auditor. You already completed this syllabus, I hope. So you can just be with me so that you can complete the entire session and just listen my words. I think that is very much helpful for your exam purpose as well. And the time limit is within 15 days from the date of his appointment. And what is the relevant section? Section 139, subsection 1. Next is ADT2, application for removal of the auditors. The relevant section is section 140, subsection 1. Time limit within 30 days of the passing of board resolution. Next is ADT3, that is notice of resignation by the auditor. Relevant section 140, subsection 2. Time limit within 30 days from the date of resignation. ADT4, auditor report in respect of reporting fraud. So auditors fraud reporting, right? Fraud reporting and other matters to the central government. They need to file ADT4. Relevant section, section 143, subsection 12. Within 15 days from date of receipt of such reply, or within 45 days if has not received any reply from the board. So if you complete the entire syllabus, then only you will be able to correlate with these sections, because this is the summarized version of the forms and I have tried to complete the entire forms in a one shot. Next is AOC1, statement of containing salient feature of financial statements of companies subsidiaries. Relevant section, section 129, subsection 3, to be attached with board of directors report. AOC2, disclosure of what? Disclosure of particulars of contract with related parties. Relevant section, section 134, subsection 3, clause H, to be attached with board of directors. Sorry, subsection 143, subsection 3. Next is AOC3, statement containing salient feature of financial statements, that is section 136, subsection 1. There is no time limit as such. AOC3A is statement containing what? Statement containing salient feature of financial statements if company is required to comply with the company's Indian accounting standards, right? Then it file AOC 3A. Next is AOC 4, form for filing financial statements and other documents with the register. Relevant section, section 137, subsection 1. Time limit is within 180 days from the end of financial year. Within 180 days from the end of the financial year in case of OPC, and 30 days from the AGM in case of public and private company. Next is AOC 4, consolidated financial statement. Form for filing consolidated financial statement. Relevant section 137, subsection 1. Within 180 days from the date of end of financial year in case of OPC, and 30 days from the AGM in case of public and private company. Next is AOC 4 XBRL. Form for filing XBRL document in respect of financial statement and other document with the register. Relevant section 137, subsection 1. Within 180 days same from the end of the financial year in case of OPC, and 30 days from the AGM in case of public and private company. Next is AOC 5, notice of addresses at which books of the accounts are maintained. They need to file AOC 5. Relevant section, that is first proviso to section 128, subsection 1. Within 7 days फ्रॉम दी डेट ऑफ पासिंग ऑफ बोर्ड रेजोल्यूशन। तो जिस दिन बोर्ड रेजोल्यूशन पास हुआ वहां से 7 दिन के अंदर आपको क्या करना है, AOC 5 फिल करना है। नेक्स्ट इज नॉट रेलेवेंट, एडीजे BN1 declaration by an individual regarding significant beneficial ownership in shares, relevant section 90 subsection 1 within 90 days from 8 to 2019 onwards, क्योंकि 8 फरवरी 2019 से ये चेंज हुआ था, तो उसी से 90 डेज के अंदर ये चेंज होके 90 डेज के अंदर हम लोग को क्या करना चाहिए, BN1 फाइल करना चाहिए within 30 days in case of acquiring significant beneficial ownerships or changes in there. Next is BN2 filing of return by reporting company regarding significant beneficial ownerships, relevant section 90 subsection 4 within 30 days from the date of receipt of BN1. Next, BN4 notice of seeking information about significant beneficial owners, section 90 subsection 5. CAA1, just complete the entire video with me. I think it will help you to remember the relevant form of the Companies Act, which is also important from exam point of view, because in exams they can ask in MCQs, also ask in questions. So it will help both the students for intermediate and final level. Next is CAA1 creditors responsibilities statement, right? Relevant section 230 subsection 2 clause C, rule 4 of the company's compromise arrangement and amalgamation rules. There is no such time limit. CAA2 is notice of meeting creditors and members and its advertisements, section 230 subsection 3. CAA3 notice of scheme and compromise, section 230 subsection 5. CAA4, that is report of the result by poll or voting through electronic means of meeting of creditors and members held under directions of tribunal under rule 5. So they need to submit report to the tribunal within time fixed by the tribunal, or if no time fixed, then within 3 days after the conclusion of the meeting. Next, CAA5 petition to the tribunal for confirming scheme of compromise or arrangement. There is a within 7 days of filing of report by chairperson, right? Next is CAA6. CAA6 deals with order of the tribunal on the petition filed within 30 days from the date of receipt of copy of order. CAA7 order made by the tribunal under section 230 and 232 of the Act, right? CAA8, that is statement of compliance in merger and amalgamations within 210 days from the end of each financial year. CAA9, notice for inviting objections or suggestions from the registrar and official liquidator or by person affected by the scheme. Relevant section 233 subsection 1 clause A. CAA10, that is declaration by solvency, declaration of solvency, that is a declaration of solvency by each of the companies involved in the scheme of merger and amalgamation before convening the meeting of members and creditors for approval of the scheme. CAA11, filing of copy of scheme by transferee company to central government, section 233 subsection 2, to be filled by transferee company with the central government register and official liquidator within 7 days of conclusion of the meeting of creditors and members. Next, CAA12, confirmation of scheme by central government, section 233 subsection 3. CAA13, that is application to the tribunal by the central government when it is of the opinion that the scheme is not in the interest of creditor or in public interest, section 233 subsection 5, within 60 days of the receipt of the scheme. CAA14, notice by transferee company to the dissenting shareholders of the transferor company for acquiring the shares of dissenting shareholders, section 235 subsection 1. So just listen with me. I think it will help you to complete the entire forms. Okay. Next, CAA15, and you can see that I have made this entire series of the forms in a sequence of alphabetically. So A, B, C likewise. Next is CAA15, circular containing the offer of scheme or contract, section 238 subsection 1 clause A. CG1, form for filing application or document with central government after lapse of due time of filing of any application. CHG1 application for registration of creation, modification of charge. Okay, there is a relevant section, section 77, 78, 79, and 384 read with section 77, 78, 79 within 30 days of the such creation or modification of charge. CHG2 is certification of registration of charge. CHG3 is certification or modification of charge. CHG4 is particulars for satisfaction of charge. Now, within 30 days from the date of payment or satisfaction of charge, we need to file. CHG5, that is certificate of registration of satisfaction of charge. Okay. CHG6, notice of appointment or cessation of receiver or manager within 30 days of the date of appointment or cessation. CHG8, application to central government for rectification of omission or misstatement. CHG9, application for registration of creation or modification or charge for debenture or rectification of particulars filed in respect of creation or modification of charge of debenture. So CHG9 deals with debenture within 30 days, same time limit. Next is CRA1, maintenance of cost records, section 140 subsection 1, relevant section. CRA2, that is intimation of appointment of cost auditor by the company to CG. Relevant section 148 subsection 3 in case of original filing within 30 days of board meeting or 180 days of start of the financial year, whichever is earlier, very important. In case of casual vacancy within 30 days of the date of board meeting, right? Next, CRA3, cost audit report, section 148 subsection 4, signed report has to be given by cost auditor to the company within 182 days from the closure of the financial year. CRA4, form for filing cost audit report with the central government, section 140 subsection 6, within 30 days of receipt of cost audit report from cost auditor. CRL1, not relevant for all of you. So just skip this part. I made it because I have made all these forms sequentially, right? Next is comes to the CSR 1 point. So what I am trying to complete the forms which are relevant for exams, because these are the videos which are helpful for and which are made for exam point of views, not for the regular purpose. So just complete the entire session with me, and you will be able to have that kind of a command over the forms as well. If you go through the videos twice or thrice, you will be easily able to recall the forms. CSR1 is registration of entities for undertaking CSR activities, section 135, to be filed after 1st April 2021. CSR2 is report on corporate social responsibility for the financial year 23-24. The last date is 31st March 2025. After filing requisite E-form AOC4 and AOC4, that is there. Next is DIR2, consent to act as a director. Important from exam point of view, section 142, subsection 5, to be attached with E-form DIR12. DIR3, application for allotment of director identification number, section 153, before appointment as a director. DIR3A, declaration in case of a person uses his father's or grandfather's surname, section 153, to be attached with DR3. DR3B, that is intimation by director to the company about his dean, section 156, within 1 month of receipt of dean. DR3C, there is intimation of director identification number by the company to the registered dean service within 15 days of receipt of intimation, section 157. Relevant section is section 157. DR3 KYC, not relevant. You can skip that part. DR5, application for surrender deed, section 155. DR6, intimation of change in particulars of director to be given to the central government within 30 days of changes in particulars. DR8, that is intimation by director regarding eligibility and non-disclosure qualification should be taken on or before the appointment or reappointment. DR9, deals with intimation to the register of companies within 30 days of receipt of DR8. DR10 is all about application for removal of disqualification of a director, that is DI 10, right? Section 164 to be filed with RD, that is regional director. Next, DI 11, notice of resignation of a director to the register, proviso to section 168 subsection, proviso section 168 subsection what? 1. Within 30 days from the effective date of resignation. Next is DI 12, particulars of appointment of directors and key MP, key managerial personnel, and the changes among them. That is section 168, section 170, subsection 2 deals with within 30 days of the date of appointment or cessation or change in designation. DPT 1 is talking about deposits. So now we are come to the chapter of deposits, in which the forms are start with DPT. So deposits is a issue of circular in the form of an advertisement to the member regarding invitation of deposit, section 73-76. DPT 2 is trust deed, section 73-11 section. DPT 3 is return of deposits, 30th June of every year you need to file that. DPT 3. DPT 4 is statement regarding deposits existing on the commencement of the act. Next is FC1, that is not relevant. Okay, so we can skip that part as well. FC is not important for exam point of view. Next we are talk about, that is GNL1. GNL1, application made to register of companies for which no e-form is prescribed under the various rule. Then we can filing the form GNL1. GNL2, form for submission of documents with the register for which no e-form is prescribed under the various rule. GNL3 is also there details of persons, directors, charge specified relevant section 2 subsection 60 within 30 days of board resolution. GNL4 is also there, that is addendum for rectification of defects or incompleteness or further information or document called in respect of an application filed electronically with the MCA, right? So we can skip that part also. Next is IPF 1 series started here. So just for your knowledge purpose, I have, create that IPF chart as well. But for exam purpose, it is not that much of important. So we can skip that IPF series as well if needed, or if you want to discuss with IPF as well, just do comment in the videos. I will try to cover up in different videos for IPF part as well. And the respective, forms which are not that much important. Right now, my target is which are important from a for exam point of view, right? So let's start with run. That is application. This application for reservation. Application for reservation of name in case of change of name. INC3 is one person company's nominee consent form, right? With Spice Plus in case of corporations, we can also file that, and with INC4 in case of change of nominee. So INC4 is talk about OPCs in case of change of nominee within 30 days of notice of withdrawal of consent or change in nominee. INC6 is OPC private company application for conversion within 30 days passing special resolution. INC8 is declaration by professional to be attached with Spice Plus INC32. INC9 declaration from subscribers and first subscribers and first directors, declaration in Spice Plus INC32. INC11 talks about certificate of incorporation. INC11A is certificate of incorporations conversion, unlimited liability company to a limited liability company. 11B is also certificate of incorporation, conversion of a company limited by a guarantee into a company limited by shares. INC 12 is application for grant of license to an existing company under Section 8. INC 13 talks about memorandum of association of Section 8 company. INC 16 is licensed by the register of companies in case of incorporation. INC 17 is licensed by register of companies in case of conversion. INC 18 is application to regional director for conversion of section 8 company into a company, that is INC 18. INC 19 is publication of notice in newspaper in case of existing section 8 company seeking conversion into any other kind. INC 20 talks about intimation to register of revocation or surrender of license issued under section 8. INC 28 declaration at the time of commencement of business. Time limit is within 180 days from the date of incorporation of the company, right? Next, INC 22 is notice of situation or change of situation of registered office. New company in case of within 30 days from the date of incorporation. Existing company within 30 days of shifting of registered office. INC 22A, filing of particulars of the company and its registered office to mark company as active complaint company on or before 15/6/2019 for those companies which are incorporated before 1/1/2018 can be filed later with fee of rupees 10,000. INC 23 is application to RD, that is regional director, for approval to shift registered office from one state to another state, from jurisdiction of one register to another register. That is INC 23 within 1 month from the date of on which list of creditors and debenture holders drawn. These are the relevant sections. You can just go through these relevant sections one by one. INC 24, application for approval of central government for change of name within 60 days of passing of special resolution to obtain approval of central government. INC 25 is certificate of incorporation consequent upon change of name. 25A is form advertisement to be published in newspaper before filing the application for conversion of a public company into a private company. INC 26 is talks about notice to be published in newspaper within time period as specified under concerned section. INC 27 is conversion of public company into a private company or private company into a public company, right? In case of conversion of private company into public company, 15 days of passing the special resolution. In case of conversion of public company into private company, within 15 days of receiving the order. And in case of conversion unlimited liability company into a limited liability company within 60 days of passing the special resolution. Important है. INC 27A, publication of notice in case of conversion of an unlimited limited company into a limited liability company within 7 days from the date of passing of the special resolution in general meeting. INC 28, notice of order of the court or any other competent authority within a period as specified in the order or as period specified under the concerned section or rule. INC 32 plus SPICE plus web-based forms, that is simplified performer for incorporating company electronically with mandatory PAN and TAN application included, right? That is important. Next, INC 33, SPICE plus MOA, e-memorandum of associations linked to form SPICE plus INC 32, 34 SPICE plus AOA linked to SPICE plus INC 32, INC 35 Agile Pro, that is application for registration of GST and EPFO ESIC linked to SPICE plus INC 32. Okay. Next, there is MGT. Important again, MGT is notice of situation or change of situation of discontinuation of situation of place where foreign register shall be kept. There is section 88 subsection 4 rule 7 subsection 2 of the company's management and administration rules within 30 days from the effective date. MGT 4 is declaration of registered owner within 30 days from the date on which the name of the registered owner is entered in the register of member. MGT 5 is declaration of what? Declaration of beneficial owner within 30 days. Acquiring such beneficial interest or within 30 days from the such change, right? MGT 6 is talks about person not holding beneficial interest in shares Section 89 subsection 6 within 30 days from the receipt of declaration. MGD 7 other than OPC and small company filing for annual return by a company. Section 92 subsection 1 within 60 days from the AGM date or calculate due of AGM, whichever is earlier. So if the AGM is not held, then the date from which the AGM would have been held, from that date 60 days will be counted, right? MGD 7A, OPC and small company form for filing a bridge form annual return by a company within 60 days from the AGM date or calculated due date of AGM, whichever is earlier. In case of OPC, within 60 days from the end of the financial year plus 6 months. MGT 8, certificate by a company secretary in practice, section 92 subsection 2 to be attached with the MGT 7. MGT 11, proxy form, section 105 subsection 6 to be attached with the notice of general meeting. MGT 12 is polling papers, section 19 subsection 5. MGT 13 is scrutinize the report, section 109. MGT 14 is filing of resolutions and agreement to the register, section 94 subsection 1, section 117 and section 192 within 30 days of passing the board or special resolution or postal ballot or making agreement. In case of conversion of company from private to public, it should be within 15 days of passing such special resolution. MGT 14. MGT 15, form for filing report to on annual general meeting. MGT 15, section 122, section 121, subsection 1, within 30 days of conclusion of the annual general meeting. Next is MR1, MR2, that is not relevant. Okay. So which are important from exam point of view. I try to complete these things first. And if all you are like these videos, then I make a separate videos of the other form as well, where I can complete the entire company's forms. Right now, my focus is to, complete the forms which are important from exam point of view. Okay. So next is MSME 1 form. Half year return to ROC in respect of outstanding payment to micro or small enterprises. Initial return within 30 days from the date of said form is deployed on MCA portal up to 30th April for the period October to March and up to 31st October for the period April to September. So क्या है ये? That is the from October to March the period is up to 30th April and from April to September the period is 31st October. Next is NCLT 1, filing of original application, reply, rejoinder. NCLT 2 is notice of administration, admissions. NCLT 3 is notice of motions. NCLT 3A is advertisement detailing petitions. NCLT 3B is individual notice of petition applications to creditor or member. NCLT 4 is general heading in all proceeding advertisement. NCLT 5 is notice to be issued to opposite party or respondent. NCLT 6 is general affidavit verifying petitions applications including interlocutory. NCLT 7, these are more important for final students because in intermediate I think NCLT is not there, so you can skip that part. NCLT 7 is affidavit by evidence. NCLT 8 is for application for execution of order by the order passed by the tribunal. NCLT 9 for any purpose where specific form not prescribed under NCLT rules. NCLT 10 is application for registration of intern of authorized representative. NCLT 11 is application by company or debenture holder or debenture trustee. NCLT 12 is memorandum of appearance by authorized representative in respect of to the proceedings. NCLT 13 is public notice by the tribunal under section 245. NCLT 14 is affidavit of illiterate visually challenged persons. NCLT 15 is order of producing necessary records, documents before the tribunal. NCLT 16 statement of witness. NCLT 17 is certificate of discharge of witness by tribunal. NCLT 18 register of appeals petitions. NCLT 1 is appeal to appellate tribunal. Section 421. NCLT 2 is interlocutory application. NCLT 3 is application of inspection documents records. Rule 58. NCLT 4 is affidavit regarding confirming the requirement of order of Civil Procedure Code 1908. Next is NCLT 5 is affidavit of illiterate, visually challenged persons. NCLT 6 is order of producing necessary records, documents before the appellate tribunal. NCLT 7 is statement of witness. NCLT 8 is certificate of discharge of witness by the appellate tribunal. NCLT 9 is register of special relief, petitions, appeals. Next is NDH. NDH is talks about Nidhi, right? NDH 1 return of statutory compliance, section 406 within 90 days from the close of financial year. NDH2 is application for extension of time with RD when company fails to comply rule, that is Nidhi rule, within 30 days from the close of the first financial year. NDH3 is filing of half yearly return within 30 days from the conclusion of each half year. NDH4 is form for filing application for declaration as Nidhi company within 9 months of the commencement of Nidhi. Next is PASS. PASS 1. PASS 1 talked about advertisement of the notice of getting the resolution for varying the terms of any contract referred in the prospectus. PASS 2 is information of memorandum, right? Within 1 month prior to issue second or subsequent offer of security under the self prospectus. PASS 3 is return of allotment within 15 days from the date of allotment if the securities are issued pursuant to section 42 of the Act. Within 30 days from the allotment if the securities are issued other than pursuant to the section 42. PASS 4 is letter of offer of securities through private placement sent within 30 days of recording the name of the identified person. PASS 5 is record of private placement offers and acceptance. PASS 6 is reconciliation of share capital and audit report within 60 days from the conclusion of each half year. PASS 7 is talks about detail of pending share warrant within 3 months of the commencement of companies. PASS 8 is notice of bearer of pending shares warrants within 6 months from commencement of companies amendment rules. Next, these are the not important. Okay. SH1 share certificate section 46 subsection 3 and 56 subsection 4 within 2 months of allotment and within 2 months from the date of incorporation, within 1 month from the date of receipt of instrument or transfer or transmission. So that is SH1. SH4 is share transfer form. Section 56. Instrument shall be delivered to company within 60 days from the execution date. SH5. SH5. Notice for transfer of partly paid securities. Sorry. SH7. Notice of register of any alteration of share capital within 30 days of such alteration. SH8 is letter of offer. SH9 is declaration of solvency. SH11 is return in case of respect of buyback of securities, that is within 30 days of completion of buyback. SH12 debenture trustee deed within 3 months of closure of the issue. SH13 nomination form by shareholder should be given by the security holder with share application or thereafter. SH14 cancellation or variation of nomination. Next is STK, that is strike off. That is also for final level students, not for the intermediate level students. So STK1 is notice by register of companies suo motu for removal of name, relevant section 248 subsection 1. So you can simultaneously refer the sections. Okay. STK2 is application by a company to register of companies for removing its name from register of companies within 30 days from the date of statement of accounts. STK3 is indemnity bond of each director to be attached with STK2. STK4 is affidavit by each directors to be attached with STK2. STK5 is notice of strike off. STK5A is publication of notice in newspaper. STK6 is talks about or notice of strike off. STK7 is notice of strike off and dissolution of company in official gazette. STK 8 is statement of account, relevant section this, and to be attached with STK 2. So with this, we have complete this first part of the forms where I have covered the important forms relevant for the exams. Okay. So if you like these videos, do share with your friends, with your colleagues. And if you like these videos, then do comment in videos as well. And I also try to cover up the other forms as well, so that by going through these one or two or three videos, you can cover up the entire forms, and you will be able to you know revise the forms in very easy way. And I hope it will help you for exams as well as for your professional career. Okay, because in interviews also they can ask the forms if you are a company secretary, or if you are an aspiring company secretary, if you are a cost accountant or aspiring cost accountant, if you are a chartered accountant or aspiring chartered accountant, then you can also refer these videos for your exam and as well as for your interviews purpose. Because I made these videos so that it will help in general. And what I did is that I made the name of the form, the purpose, the relevant section, the relevant rules under the act, and the time limit, so that you can cover the entire, forms, purpose, the sections, and the time limit, if any, in respect of such forms. So with this, signing off with these sessions, and I will come up with more and more videos because I'm also a working professional. So it's quite hectic for me to come up the videos regular basis with regular. But I will try to complete complete these sessions and this series as well, where I can complete the other part of the forms as well. Do comments your proposals or any positives or negative feedbacks. I am open for the feedback as well. So take care. Bye bye. God bless you. And thank you for listening these videos with me and having patience and for relying on me. Once again, thank you so much. God bless you. Bye bye. Take care.